check. Hey. Check. Good morning. Sorry, let me turn this up a little bit. I have to hear more of me. More of me. I had it turned down because I had DIY on Wednesday and he's loud. So his microphone must be set. I don't have that mixer thing like some podcasters do because I'm like completely unprofessional. Hey, what do you think of my background? What do you guys think of that? Hold on. It's like that? Huh? Isn't that neat? Look at that old Freightliner that doesn't need DPF. All right. All right. Yeah. So we're feeling festive. Now, what's funny is I fully intended to go live this morning at 7. And because I'm dumb, I know, Pigtail, you're saying quit putting yourself down, but hear me out here, okay? I was scrolling through the YouTube shorts this morning, and all of a sudden this one came on about predictive programming, about how they'll put movies out to prepare you for something mentally, so when it does happen it's not as bad, but you feel like these people are your saviors, blah blah blah, one of those deals. And I don't even remember the name of it. Hold on. It's a new Netflix deal. It's got Julia Roberts in it. Let's see. Leave the World Behind. That's the name of it. And so I put on Netflix. I was like, okay, so I watched the preview. I was just going to watch it for a second and then shut it off so I can watch it later, And all of a sudden, boom, an hour and a half goes by, and here we are doing, the live feed late. I was like, oh crap, today is Friday. I told people I would go live this morning. So now, not that there's much to talk about. We'll look at the low board, but it's going to be a kind of a waste of time. But we'll look. We might. Let's see if we can spot the home runs that you can do over the weekend if you're out there working, because not everybody celebrates Christmas, or people prefer to work over Christmas to try to get that money. But anyways, let's look at the comments here. David Edwards, good morning. I haven't forgot about you, sir. I haven't forgot about you. We'll have a conversation, I promise. Hope you're doing well. Don Shonger, good morning. Southbound Pachyderm. How's it going? My name is Nobody. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Grafton. Flatbed Trucker. Good morning. CDN, there he is. Good morning, Steve. Thank you. We'll make it home today. Excellent. I was watching Shannon's live feed last night. I was like, girl, you better be going home. So I told her, I said, Friday morning, what are you doing? I don't know. You're going home, right? Yeah, no, you're going home. Just go home. Your family's going to need you because, brand new grandbabies all over the place and Christmas is hectic already. Go home and help out. The truck payment can wait. And she's got her truck payment done anyway, so she's all right. Cheap Freight Hauler, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone makes it home if that's where you want to be. There you go. That's how I look at it. Yo, Merry Christmas. Gen Z says, good morning. Great drop background. Thank you. I'll have to remember to make sure. Well, I might do that. Well, I'm not going live Monday. I'll tell you that, guys. Not going live Monday. So levels sounds good to me. Sean Fairman says volume low. Nice background. Cool. Gen C says last day of the contract. Didn't bid on for January because of baby coming. No more 3,400-mile weeks. Paid off truck this week. That is probably the greatest Christmas present you can give yourself right there. Is paying off that truck. And so you probably have this weight lifted off your shoulders. Now, however, you still want to take a bunch of that money that you're saving now and put it towards the repairs of that truck. So there's that. Don't let a paid off truck, and I know this from experience, don't let a paid off truck create complacency, because you still got to make the money to replace it and or repair it or both. So you've been waiting since 7 a.m. I am sorry I disappointed you. I'm good at that. I'm good at disappointing. Congrats on the paid off truck, Gen Z. Yes, congratulations. Excellent Christmas present for yourself. George McElroy says, I'm in Portland. I just heard a container hauler say that the CDC is shutting down the ports because the new variant is coming in on containers from China. Have you heard anything about this? No, I have not heard about the ports. But I have seen them talking about the new variant. And here's the thing: if you read between the lines on the variant, they're literally saying it's not like lethal. They're literally saying like it's not anything to worry about. Um, so I don't see them doing. Look, here's the deal. God help us all if they do another full blown shutdown. That will be enough to destroy everything that we know and love. Because either the country's going to fight back on that, or it's going to literally obliterate every small business, you know, ever. And that's going to be a problem. So, you know, it's so rumors going to go around. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, some that are, you know, probably realistic, and some that are like, okay, you're being weird. But for the reality of it is, other than seeing a few more people in the stores with masks on, I really haven't seen a big change in anything. You know, no one's screaming for vaccinations at work, and no one's screaming for all these different things. But if they shut the ports down, that'll get interesting. And we talked about, what's coming up in 2024 when it comes to freight, and I think that, and I've always said that unless there's some big dynamic that's unforeseen, such as war or pestilence, um, it's going to be business as usual on getting capacity and rates straightened out. So it'll be interesting. It's going to get interesting, and basically what I tell people is have a plan in place and be self sufficient as much as you possibly can, and and if regardless of what the intention is, regardless if it's manufactured or legit, which we're not going to get into that on this channel, maybe on the other channel. The point is that there's a lot of things out of your control. So look at the things you can control, and try to protect your mind, try to protect your heart, and read between the lines on the news, and don't go out there panic buying anything. I remember during the last shutdown, my wife and I were at Sam's Club stocking up on a bunch of things while everybody else was out picking out lawn furniture and crap, because it was in the spring. And or beginning, before spring started, people were looking at us like weirdo prepper guys, and then like a month later, he had all the TP shortage and the ammo shortage and all this stuff, and meanwhile we're sitting there like, do. So just whatever you can control. Now, when it comes to your business, pull a freight that it doesn't matter. Remember, we became quote unquote the saviors during shutdown, so it could be good news in that regards, but what the other side of that looks like, I'd be more fearful of. So, Mrs. A, Merry Christmas chat. Desert Okie Pam, good morning. Hope you're home and well. Distracted YouTubing, really? That's an excuse? Merry Christmas. It is the truth. Greg Zimmer, Merry Christmas, Steve. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. T-Bone, hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas, everyone. Says Flatbed, WCF Invader first. First from Missouri in here. That's what you are. Thank you, sir. Goal was paid off by 23rd birthday in February. Luckily, no breakdowns. Let it happen early. So you're 23 and you paid off your truck? Wow. Dude, you've man, I know 6-year-olds that can't even get their trucks paid off. Dude, that's you are ahead of the game there, sir. Ahead of the game. So congratulations to you. CDN Freight Broker, congratulations. It says congratulations. TJ, top of the morning. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Your beard's getting up there, man. Yeah, we talked about that last time, right? If every country has a variant, then more extreme measures required versus just one country having an issue. Yeah, it's going to get interesting, right? Flatbed says it's all a magic show to bring all the sheep back again. Moet, good morning. What's a good auction to buy a good used repo truck for around 20K? I seen DIY talking about on your Wednesday morning feed. I don't know. I'm not an auction guy. You know, we all know about Ritchie Brothers because we see them across the country, but BMO's auction would be the first one I would go to. But here's something you got to keep in mind. I don't know what you're going to get for 20K because BMO auction is going to be the repossessions, which means these trucks still have some equity and value to them. But here's something you got to keep in mind with an auction truck. If the truck is a repo, that means that they didn't have the money to make the payments. If they didn't have the money to make the payments, they didn't have the money to do the oil changes. They didn't have the money to make sure the tires are good. They didn't have the money to replace the brakes because those things are not under warranty. All the stuff that's not under warranty is going to be worn out. And I've been saying for the last year and a half, people are only affording to either, a lot of people are only paying themselves or they're paying the truck. They're not doing both. And if they're not paying the truck, guess what? Especially if they have high truck payments, those trucks are not maintained. So you could be getting into a situation. And so I'm not saying that's not a good idea. I'm just saying that those are the concerns that you should have. And most auctions, you're not, unless you can go to the auction and see the trucks. I don't know, buying a truck sight unseen. You know, the other side of that is if you're only paying 20K, expect another 20K to put into it. So if I had 40K and I could find a truck for 20, the other 20 would be allocated for putting towards that truck. You're going to want a new DPF filter, especially if the truck doesn't have an APU. If you need new, so that's going to be like $3,000. And then that way you know it's good and it's fresh. And then you got tires, that might be another $4,000 or $5,000, depending on what kind of discounts you get. And then, and then the others should be left for incidentals like DPF issues or whatever. So that's how I look at that. If you have $40,000, get a $20,000 truck. If you got $80,000, get a $40,000 truck. And then there you go. So that's just me. I could be wrong. But I do know that I'd be concerned that if the truck was repoed, then it wasn't taken care of. Now, if it's a 600,000 or 700,000 mile truck, same thing, same issues. What was I going to say? It'll be just as important to have that money on hand. And again, whether it's a 600,000 mile truck or a 100,000 mile truck, you're going to struggle with the fact that maybe that person wasn't take care of the truck. Oh yeah, that was what I was going to mention. So a lot of these fleets held on to the trucks a little bit longer because of the truck shortage last year and the crazy prices they were wanting for them. So fleets that normally trade their trucks in after 300,000 or 400,000 miles are waiting until 600,000 and 700,000 miles, and then those trucks are going to be beaten up. So it would also depend on where the truck was at. If it was with a big fleet like Prime, I would trust a Prime truck because Prime takes care of their fleet. There's some other companies that I won't mention that I definitely would not buy one of their old trucks. A Walmart truck is a good truck. So if you get a Walmart truck for $20,000 and it's in good shape, good on you. But I doubt that Walmart truck might be at an auction. I don't know. It might be at an auction. You never know. That's what I would pick. Jen says 22. Picking up load home in Holland, Michigan. There you go. Merry Christmas to all. I'm stuck on the road this year, Gary. Sorry to hear that. Use the word stuck, so that means that was probably unwanted. Shannon, good morning. TJ says, thank you. It's called the flu or common cold, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, but should Gen Z keep paying his truck note to himself for a rebuild or a deposit on his next truck? I think he'll always have a truck payment, but ideal to pay yourself. Thoughts? Yes. So here's what I would do. Give yourself a little bit of a raise. So if your payments were about $4,000 a month, give yourself an extra grand a month, but to put the other three back. And the beauty of that is that now it's no longer a note. Now it's no longer you have to pay this. So if you have a bad month where you're down or something happens with the family or some situation keeps you from running, now there's a little bit less pressure on. So that weight off your shoulders should be the pressure, not the money situation. And also, if suddenly there's a huge drop in freight or your dispatcher can't keep you moving there at where you're at, then you're not as pressed for, you're not as stressed out. But CDN's right. A large chunk should be going out because look, if you can put $60,000 down on a new truck, your new truck payment is going to be a lot lower, and you'll have all the luxuries of having a new truck with the low payment with the warranty, and that to me is the killer combination, the excellent combination you need. So End Times are way ahead of the game because they're 23 with the paid off truck. With all the measurements of truck and success you concentrate, it's all overcome because he's 23. That's a valid, fair question. Because at 23, I wouldn't have recognized the value of having a paid off truck. I would have squandered it. So that, I guess that was my way of saying, don't squander it. So, yeah, that's where that came from. End Times. So, DIY. Good morning. Happy holidays to you all. Home till Tuesday, then back at it. Excellent. I need a little time for new baby, but yes, I'm gonna still only bring home fixed amount and save the rest for the next truck. I need to save and buy while trucks are cheap. And look, and here's going back to End Times comment. Having a paid off truck and still being able to pay, save up that money for the next truck. I know people that started that early in their lives, and then by the time they got to the third truck, they're buying it cash outright. And that's hard to do when you start being an operator at 50 years old. You know what I mean? So you have time on your side to build up that snowball effect of momentum of being in a good position. And so that's kind of where I was getting at End Times. Cents per mile says I'm booked through in the next week already. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. No more payments for me. Hopefully, Ramsey, cult member here. There you go. Sage, what's up? Good morning. I am sick. I do not find a load around Walden, New York area to Indiana, and then I get to drive it in empty. I hope you get to feeling better. Have you ever talked about just bringing a competent mechanic to your used truck lot? It's been done for ages. Right. And so I wish I would have done that with my first truck. but I got lucky on my first truck as well. Now, if you're not there, you can hire somebody, like maybe hire a mobile mechanic. It'll cost you a couple $100 to have them go down there and check it out. Do it, basically have them do a DOT inspection on it. And then if he sees something that, because a lot of times you're looking at trucks online and you can't get there. I know, like, I think Sammy, he just flew out to get a truck. But yeah, definitely that's a good strategy. Have a mobile mechanic go there and check out the truck and DOT and do a video and the whole 9 yards. So Pigtail says most 23-year-olds don't have the discipline or business acumen to achieve a goal like that. Very well done. 23-year-old in here is going to be the youngest millionaire in the chat. Just wait. DIY says, come on with it, Don. Jose, good morning from West Palm Beach, Florida. Speaking of warm places, we're going to have record highs here in the next day or so. It's been raining. It's not like you can enjoy it. So, could you imagine 2023 newspaper front porch early AM delivery? Yeah. Okay. Well, my truck is paid off, and I don't what to do with it. Scorpion, good morning. Scorpion's working over the holiday. He's busting butt out there. But anyways, let's take a look at some low boards. Let's see what's going on out there. Actually, let's do this first. Let's go to the DAT first. How about that? I am working on a possible connection to Truck Stop. Possibly, if things go okay. We'll see what that does. All right, so it's early Friday morning, right? Let's take a look at load volumes, shall we? If StreamYard would kind of get its head out of its butt. There we go. All right. So we could zoom this in a little bit. Look, there's 822 loads coming out of California, only 800 coming in. These are some really low numbers. 164 to 675 in Florida. Georgia's got more out than in, so you might get a decent rate out of Georgia. Illinois, looking at Illinois, 214 in and 302 out. So these boards are dead, dude. They're dead. It was funny. I was talking to one of our drivers yesterday. He goes, "Hey, you know that prediction that by Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, that it'd be it's a wrap?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, it started Thursday morning. You were wrong." So yeah, look at that. Let's look at Missouri. 131 in, 228 out. So you might still get an okay rate out of Missouri. New Jersey's about even. Look at this, though. Let's take a look at Texas. They're always the one with the highest numbers. 881 in, 940 out. So the holidays definitely changed the dynamics. Look at Wisconsin, 93 to 140 out. This is all van. Let's take a look at the reefer numbers to see if they're different. Take reefer out or van out. About the same. California is definitely not the place to be. It really isn't. Arizona, though. Look at Arizona, more out than in. Florida's got, wow, look at Florida. 1,017 coming out of Florida and only 129 going in. Wow. There you go. You might actually get a decent rate out of Florida, which means that you might get a decent rate out of Georgia. Illinois is lopsided. More out than in, or more in than out. Missouri, what's Missouri look like? 76 in, 127 out. So you might still get a good rate there. But look at these numbers. They're real low. Even Texas, what's Texas look like? 495 in, 667 out. Yeah, so these low boards are dead. Dead. So just be aware. What do you mean you can't see the low board? That's just the ratios. It's showing right there. It's I don't know, pigtail. I don't know. It's showing. I'm paying attention here. I'll be driving the holidays, so all my guys can be home. Look at that, DIY, going above and beyond for his contractors. That's really good. Pigtail says you're a good man, DIY, or your wife is mad at you. DIY Semi, where do you see those used trucks for 20K from? I really need to know, please. They were on Taylor and Martin auctions. Sterling, good morning from Winnemucca, Nevada. What an interesting name. I probably butchered. Let's see, load availability. We'll put that on there. Moet says thanks. Jose says, should I trade it in and get another or wait? Well, that depends. I can't advise on that either way, Jose. Depends on what your goals are, how good your truck is, the price of trucks around you, the whole 9 yards. Oh, ratios. Yeah, ratios. Good morning, everyone. Go home and enjoy the holiday with the family and friends. That's what Jeff is saying. CDN says, I predict it will take until January 9th, the 10th to the 24th to see any volumes returning. January 2nd through the 5th seems will be slow. I agree with that. Now, a lot of times, the first week in January, you can do okay, but once inventory kicks in with a lot of these places, that can affect things. Next week is definitely going to be interesting. I won't go live on Monday for obvious reasons, but I might go live on the 27th and definitely on the 29th just to kind of see what's out there, just to kind of look at the volumes and maybe we'll pick a topic to talk about. I'm sure something big will happen between now and then. So everybody's saying hi. Winnemucca. That's easy enough. Sterling says, looks like the truck stops are quiet this morning. Yes, if you're running right now, you are probably enjoying life as far as getting fuel and parking at the truck stops, and maybe you might get lucky with the truck stop that still has a restaurant. Maybe they'll do a holiday special or something. And Time says, Trucker Education Network, can you educate me on how to not slap the wife's mother on holiday? Lock the doors. It's on I-80, 13 east of Reno. There you go. 3 hours east. There you go. Correction. So, anyways, let's take a look at here. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Let's do find loads. Let's see what's coming out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Let's see, edit search. We'll do it for today. We'll see what low volumes look like today. Helps if I click buttons correctly. Not much. These are all 8+ hour loads. So you would want to expand your search to, say, I don't know, 200 miles. A little bit better. That kicks in Illinois, which goes across the lake, so I wouldn't trust that. So some technology does that, some doesn't. So you have to be careful. But there's a few loads out there. We sort this by posted age. That's the one you're going to want to pay attention to on this. These rates are irrelevant. Get your money while you can. So Midland, Michigan to Laredo, Texas. That's your newest load. It looks like it's the highest paying load out of there. They've posted it several times. So they're about $2,500, but they're still at $1.51 a mile. That's why I've been telling people, just go home. Just go home if you can. If they're not willing to pay on the Friday before Christmas, then yeah. Now this might be a good load if you can get some more money and then you're home in Laredo. But now it did say cost per day was reached. I believe I set my cost per day at $350 a day. Because obviously I don't have a cost per day at this point. So it looks like that Laredo just went. So yep. Oh, let's take a look at what's coming out of Springfield, Missouri today. Let's say I wanted to work. Let's edit this for anywhere. And date will be today. See how many last minute loads are being posted. 150-mile radius to Springfield, which taps in Joplin and Kansas City. See, they're paying way better to go from Lenexa, Kansas to Laredo, paying $229 a mile, which is good for van. $20.99. Let's take a look at that one. £4,000. There you go. Straps, chains, yes. Item is systems, whatever that means. And Cargo Chief's got around 16. So they're putting some money on this. So I would definitely take a look at that one. But, just know that coming out of Laredo's no picnic. And that's a fresh posting. Everything else is over 8 hours. Check that out. Salem to Alabama is posted at 41 minutes. So they're putting money on that one too. Picks up here in about 45 minutes. So van tarps. So wood flooring, shipper receiver open, no hot shot trucks. I do have this on van. I thought I do. So, but you can put flooring in a van. So, let's look at. Let's see. Let's do Akron, Ohio to anywhere. Let's see what that looks like. I've got it set to Florida. So I was looking up something for somebody. We'll do this anywhere for today. 150-mile radius of Akron. Let's see what that looks like. Sorted by posted age. A bunch of shorties. Here's another one going to Laredo. So evidently there's a lot of loads going into Laredo right now. And the averages on the loads going into Laredo are horrible. Here we go. 259 to go to Georgia from Chelsea, Michigan. But again, that's an 8+ hour posting. Not much, dude. These low boards are dead. So let's go back to load availability. I don't care if the rate is $1 million. Family is more important. If I turn down $1 million load, my wife would get mad at me. She's like, "We can do without you for Christmas." But no, I hear what you're saying. I believe that is the way. Fuel is down to 384 Missouri. Good deal. Jackknife says, I should be sleeping. I'm kind of late to the party. Well, anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone, and hopes to you all that next year will be profitable. Dow Chemical in Midland. There you go. Yep. We got cheap fuel here in Missouri, man. You never come to visit, so you wouldn't know. Sterling, they were quiet last night. There were probably 15 spots easily open at the Pilot in Connecticut. Wow, that's good news. To find open spots in Connecticut, I know what you're. I know which one with the TA. Oh no, you're talking about the Pilot. The TA there. Yeah, I think it's outside of Waterbury. Yeah, that thing's always full. But DEF is 408, right? They're going to get it one way or another. Seems high for Missouri. Oregon, I see is 355 on the sign. Usually much higher here. Okay, we already read that. Old school, it don't matter because foreign carriers are going to continue to run away because somewhere out in the open will be open, or at least they think there will be, and brokers will pay nothing. Almond Chimera says, good morning. I'm tired. Well, you should get some rest. JF Trucker, good morning. Pale Rider TV, haven't seen you in a minute. If you miss Christmas for $1 million low when you get home, your wife will dress up like any elf you want. This is true. This is true. So, I mean, look, family is important. And, you know, there was a time where if you stayed out for the next, you know, for the last 3 weeks, you were raking in some serious cash. But they have figured out that last minute is too high of a shipping cost, so we'll let it go next week. So I mean, if it's not urgent, they're not going to move it. That's the thing. If they're not desperate to move it, they're just going to put the normal rate on there, knowing that. Look, I forget the exact number, but there's a large percentage of truck drivers now out there that are immigrants, and they may not celebrate Christmas the same way we do. So, if at all, and those are the people that are going to be running. You know, I see it on the interstate all the time. You know, the times that I have ran over holidays, you see it. You see that it's mostly the immigrants that are out there, and so you have to have that consideration. You know, and if you're doing a dedicated contract, you know, more likely they're like, there's a broker that sent me a load, this shipper I get out of Georgia. They're closed until the first of the year. So I mean that's just the holiday hours too. So that's a big part of it as well. So that fuel price was posted at Space Age Hermiston yesterday. San Jose is 508 for diesel. Ugh. Icky. 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 All right, let's put this on Van, see what's happening for the next couple of weeks here. See what states are looking all right, which ones are not. Look at all that red and yellow. Arizona's lit up green though. Let's take a look. I hope you got your Snorelord merch just in time for Christmas. Shameless plug, I know. You got 1,400 to go to Phoenix to Utah. 28 to go from Arizona to Spokane. Nothing over $2. Let's do, well, here we go. 243 to go from Lake Havasu, sorry. I used to live there. Well, I used to live in Arizona. I should know better. Red Bluff, California. Let's sort this by highest rate per mile. Because the posted age is irrelevant on this. It's all, here's some for the 26. 2,000 to go from Phoenix to Las Vegas. Let's take a look at that one. That is way above the average. So let's see what's going on with this. It's got to stop in California and then finals in Vegas. Still, if that's truly a one-day run, that's a lot of money for one run. So there's your magic load. Do that, and then shoot, you're only deadheading 298 miles to get home from Vegas if you live in Phoenix. So, but yeah, it looks like there's some. You're going to go there and then there and then you go up there. So we don't know what the true miles are, but if it's still done, if it's done in a day, you're good to go. Phoenix to Aurora, 241 a mile, 2200. Picks up on Tuesday, right? Is that, yeah? Christmas falls on a Monday this year. I should know that. I talked about that earlier last week. Here we go. Mesa, Arizona, Oklahoma City. With the rates coming out of Oklahoma, I would want this a little bit higher. And then looks like you're dealing with emptying out on New Year's Eve. Now, I have emptied out on New Year's Eve day. And that's January 31st. Never mind. This is way ahead. Huh. Never mind. I'm remember earlier I said I was dumb. There you go. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking December 31st. Yeah, so they're already booking. They're already trying to book stuff for like the end of January. A lot of stuff for the 26th, so that's good. Apparently, there's a shipper out of Arizona that's going to ship on the next day or the day after Christmas. Goodyear, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a shorty. Here you go. Phoenix, Glendale, Arizona. Sorry. Going to Logan Township, New Jersey. 2 pickups. Picks up on the 2nd, my birthday. And delivers on the 6th. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 days. They're at 46.28. Or no, they're at 46.80, which is right around where Cargo Chief's at. So let's look at the cost per day on this. Look at the tolls though. 284. Total profit $1.16 a mile. Profit per day is $6.18 over my $358 daily cost. So there's a profit on that one. Now take a look at this one. This will show a profit as well. Maybe, I don't know. Nope. Cost per day reached. Nope. Picks up day after Christmas. Delivers in California same day. 237 miles. It will kill your day. Profit is $1.22 a mile. 290 is the net, but the profit per day is 290 and cost per day is 358. So look at their credit score. It's 88. So I'd be wondering about that. Let's see. And now we're in the $1.80s here, which is normal for Phoenix actually. So here's another one. After fuel, there's no profit. Oh no, it says cost per day reached 367, barely. And it looks like it's beverages, but not non-alcoholic. In 36 years of trucking, I have never worked on a Christmas or New Year. I've done the New Year thing because New Year's Day is not a big deal to me. And then I've worked over my birthday, so that's no big deal. Also, but Christmas I've never missed. I've missed a couple of Easters as a truck driver. I've definitely missed Labor Day and Memorial Day and all that crap. But I have not missed a Christmas, especially when the kids were little. So a lot of times I would use when I was a company driver, I would take my vacation time the week, depending on when Christmas fell, right? So I would sit there and like this year I would have told my dispatcher, hey, get me in by the 21st. That way when they failed and got me in the 22nd, I was okay with that because I always gave myself a cushion. And then I say, okay, I won't come out till the 31st, and I would get 5 days paid but then I'd be willing to go out the 31st. So, but more likely that would be a load off the yard, not picking up a load. So, from a shipper or receiver, family is necessary. It is necessary. The unfortunate reality of low volume of loads today indicates warehouses are pretty full. This is the slowest I have been all year. I think January will be slow and things pick up in February 2024. I don't know about picking up in February, but I definitely agree with the other stuff. 4 million, she will make me go to work, right? Lake Havasu to Red Bluff, probably Walmart DC load, probably. 4 million, you're probably hauling people from the border. No bueno, right? They can just walk about now. It's you don't have to smuggle them. Damn, Florida fuel went from $3.54 to $4 from Monday to last night. No good. Interesting. Hey, all, Merry Christmas to everybody with both feet. Thank you. Dan's Hot Shot. Western Washington Hot Shot loads have dried up on truck stop, hoping to snag some parcels from the RB auction that just wrapped up. There you go. Ritchie Brothers. Yeah, have you done a video? I know you're a YouTuber. I apologize, I don't watch you because I'm not a hot shot guy, but have you done a video, or is it a kind of a trade secret of how you get in with the auctions? Like to be able to like tap into the brokers that maybe work out of auctions for, flatbedders and step deck people. That'd be kind of an interesting thing. I mean, if auctions are booming right now, I think that would be the steady work that everybody should be going after. If I was a flatbed and step deck, look, if I was a flatbed step deck person and I had the equipment and knowledge, I would concentrate on the auctions coming out, because if the auctions are full, then more likely there's not a whole lot of freight as far as like building materials and those kind of things. And so I think that the equipment moving around would be the way to go. I don't know. I could be wrong though. I'm not a flatbedder. I've only dispatched a couple of flatbed trucks, and so I don't know what I'm talking about. So I could not know what I'm talking about, but that would be a thing I would look at. Am I wrong on that? Probably, but who knows? But anyways, let's take a look at reefer. Let's see where the reefer volumes are at here. Probably similar to what DAT showed. Arizona's green as well. So let's take a look. $1,000 to go from Salome, Arizona to Mira Loma, California. 240 miles. Picks up on Christmas Day. So I would question the validity of that date. I would not have a whole lot of faith in that. Now, if you call the broker and they tell you the customer and they're like, okay, I know that customer, they are open on Christmas, then there you go. You can make some money with that, because they're way above the average on that. Prescott, Arizona, Cheyenne. Wow, 3,200. Picks up the day after Christmas. Yeah. There you go. Of course, you're landing in Cheyenne. Let's see how many loads are coming out of Cheyenne. 22, Cheyenne to anywhere. See what that rate looks like. Well, you get 3,200 to go to North Carolina. Of course, that's way below on the rate per mile, but let's take a look at that one, see if that covers the rate per day. It does. By how much? 7-Eleven. So yeah, it gets your cost per day out there. So there you go. Do that over Christmas and New Year, the week between Christmas and New Year's, and land in North Carolina and hope that some of them good Georgia volumes can be generous for you. Or book something out of Georgia now and know what you're doing for the next week and a half. Let's see. 3,200 to go to Fort Collins. A few of those. A lot of loads for day after Christmas. Here's one for today. Nogales to San Antonio. 318 a mile, 28.25. So if you live in San Antonio, this might be a good load. Tucson to Dallas. If you live in Dallas, this is a good load. Picks up today. Right? Here's one that picks up tomorrow. Again, I'd question that, but $5,000 on this one. Going to Morrow, Georgia. All right, sorry, I was talking to my daughter. She had her shoes on. I was like, where are you going? Oh, where was I in the comments here? I have not, but it's not a bad idea. A lot of the Ritchie Brothers stuff gets posted on Veritred and Uship, so sometimes you end up with clowns bidding to the bottom of the barrel. That is understandable. So, I just heard that Leonard's Express in Caldwell, Idaho is having an auction soon. FYI. Wow. Is the air compressor in the truck oil cooled? I don't know. Come on, everyone. Snorelord is at 494K subscribers. Get on your troll accounts and subscribe for the man. Yeah, I know some of you people in here have like 20 troll accounts. Let's see. Where am I at officially here? According to channel analytics, I'm at 4949. So I've got 51 more to go before I hit 5K. And I don't think I'm going to get 51 in a week and a half. Now the cat's going to freak out. So there's that. So give me 51 subscribers for the cat. There should be at least 51 people that are interested in seeing the cat, right? I mean, the cat has my best performing shorts. So, but thank you with both feet. So, of course, if I get 51 subscribers in a week, YouTube is going to be like, that's interesting. So who knows? Who knows? I've been tapped into this analytics on. I've clicked on a couple of videos that talk about how to build your channel. Of course, that's everything now. That's what Google does. Like Facebook. I ordered a holster, and suddenly all my ads are holsters again. Like I just gotten out of that analytic. Is it possible to look up team loads on 123? I don't know. Let's take a look here. No, I mean if there is, Jeff would know. I don't think I've ever seen. So we'll hit find loads here. And we'll put this back on the screen here. So create new search. Well, we'll do Columbus, Ohio. Wow, there's a lot of Columbuses. How about just there you go, Columbus, Ohio. All right, we'll do it for any date. And you do length. No. You could do all van. That might cover teams. Actually, that just adds moving van and box truck, so we'll take those out. That's nothing. Cargo van. We just want van. Nope. Now I know that DAT has a van team setting, but usually there's not much on that. So let's do that real quick. Let's do search loads. Let's do Columbus, Ohio. Oh, we'll do this Kansas City. They've already got in here. We got it for Monday. We'll do it for the whole week. And then 29th. We'll do it for all of next week. And then we'll put I've got it under all. Wow, there's 1662 results for Tuesday. Holy crap. Oh, no, it's all next week. Sorry. This looks different. Why is that? Oh, because I got it zoomed out. There we go. Oh, they've changed a few things on this. Huh. Prime's got Edgerton, Kansas to Fort Worth on Tuesday for 2,500. But I'm not seeing any Mana Reefer. This would cover. Oh, here we go. Here's Van with Team VM. See if we can do this here. Oops. VM. No, it's not let me do it. Oh, I used to know how to do that. Oh, here we go. Other equipment. Nope. That's power only. Let's see. So, yeah. No, I mean that's kind of a hard metric. Man, I know on the app you could. There was a way that you switched back and forth. V M. There we go. Man with team. There it is. Jeez. Man, I'm really 13 results. So we went from 1,600 results, 200-mile radius to Kansas City for all of next week, to 13 results by putting Van with team. And it looks like there's different postings here. Here, let's zoom this in. All right. What's the app? What's the qualifications to sign on with Jeff, and what's the percentage he offers? Only with a truck, no trailer. Thanks. You get 80%. I'm not sure where the trailer payments are at right now. I think it's 3 years. Our website says it all. I mean, I'll put the website in the chat there. Mow it. It says it completely there. It has the list of what will disqualify you. So 87 years experience and 100%. Come on with it. All right. Cat's been kind of freaking out a little bit because the raccoons are back. They're all over the cameras last night. All right, so 53 reefer RM anywhere. RM reefer with team. Let's eliminate van with team. Any to any. All right, doink. And no, I need an origin and a destination. So I know you like Reno, so we'll do Reno. Nevada, we'll do a 450-mile radius. Search. 10 results. It's, $1.84 mile to go from Fresno to Conomowoc, reefer with team. So, not many team loads. And I've said this in the past. There's not a whole lot of team loads on the open spot market. Basically, this is why if you're going to be a team on the spot market and you're going to just call brokers every day with no relationships or nothing, you're going to want a husband and wife team to seek these out where the money, you're not trying to have one truck feed two families. It's feeding one. And use yourselves as a super solo. A lot of times, these team loads will pop up, but a lot of times it's, if you deliver at 6 a.m., you could pick up something 200 miles away at 3 p.m. and then still do another full shift the next day. And so you basically fill in the gaps that would happen because of your hours. That's where the majority of the teams that I know that were successful, that's what they did. They used it as a super solo, an endless clock, and that was the way to make money. A lot of times you got these brokers that wait till the last minute. Next thing you know, the transit time's kind of tight. Well, it's no problem for you if you have a team. But to purposely put a team out here with two different drivers, two different families, I would not do that unless I had some special deal going on with either a direct shipper or a direct broker with the direct shipper. So, garlic butter. What an interesting name. Have a smashing good Christmas. Thank you. Haven't followed you for a while. You still have the green machine? Nope. We sold that truck. I think September, October, something like that. Yeah, September. And then sold the trailer just a few weeks ago. So trolls are out. Good deal. Predatory lease, anyone? Come to Fabulous Egg Hole. Reefer team is good from California to New Jersey. Yeah, and then coming out of New Jersey, what kind of rate are you going to get? Look, it's the endless clock is the icing for the reefer team, for any team, whether reefer or van. So yeah, it looks like the troll accounts are subbing. Well, they have to, because in order to be in the chat, you got to subscribe for 20 minutes. So that's how I set it up. I did that on purpose. I do that on purpose. So, but it hasn't changed here. Let me look here. Oh, we've got two more. Went from 49.49 to 49.51. So, but anyways, guys, look, here's the deal. I hope you're on your way home. And if you're looking at the low boards right now to try to get home, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a battle. And more likely you're going to deadhead home. And so hopefully, like I suggested earlier this week, that you landed somewhere where the deadhead home wouldn't be a big deal. It's not like you're in Washington State and you got to be on the East Coast for Christmas. Hopefully, well, I mean, transit time on that as well. Can't do, but just hopefully you'll find something. And if your goal is to stay busy over the weekend, hope you're on something long, which doesn't matter when the holidays, whatever. So, um, and here's the other thing: I appreciate every single one. Every time I see a person in the chat or a person in, that number in the left hand corner for me, the amount of people in the video, I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are the Christmas gift, and thank you for the new members that I've received. We did a live guitar / drum feed the other day, and I put it to members only. So if you want to enjoy that, you got to be a member. And I'll be doing more stuff from the members, but for the most part, I enjoy being live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you guys, and sometimes Saturday if I'm in the mood. And I am trying to be better about the recorded videos because that's where my analytics really hurt. And that requires some time, which I think coincidentally I'll probably have next week. So, with that being said, Merry Christmas if that's what you celebrate. Happy holidays, and I hope you're doing well. Go home to your family if you can, and because that's what's more important. So, Rest Area Raccoon, thank you for the super chat. So, Buck Brown says, "Morning, dude. I hope everyone has the best possible holiday you can." There you go. Nice. I'm glad you're healthy and still making videos. I quit trucking 5 years ago and haven't looked back. Well, there you go, man. I'm hoping you're in a good place then. So, Marty says, "Is there ever a scenario where the broker would pay a claim on a load?" Probably. Thank you for making Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings interesting, but I want to see this angry Snorelord DIY talks about. He might come out. He might come out on the other channel. So I've also got another channel called Snorelord OG. I'm trying to get the analytics up on that as well. I talk about things outside of trucking here lately, although that was my original channel. So let me share the link to that here real quick. So let's do this. Because, and the link should be in the description, but I'll make it easier. It was my original channel. I started about 15, 16 years ago. And then I started a separate channel to talk about my Landstar experience. And you know what? This channel grew because of that. And then this channel got neglected. I didn't even access the password till recently, and then about a year or so ago I decided to resurrect it. Paste. And then let me share the screen here. There's quite a bit going on this. So there's the link. I put it in the chat. There's my other channel, Snorelord. You got my beautiful face, my beautiful homeless bearded face right there. Got some music on there. I got some videos. There's when I said goodbye to Mean Green. That was before I sold it. And then my shorts. And of course, as you can see, I've got some holster stuff and some firearm stuff or whatever. So, see what my videos we got going on. See, and for a while I was doing these live walks. Either around my yard or around my neighborhood. Here's an On Point holster review I did. And then an interview I did with a carnivore trucker, which I hope he's doing okay, man. He's been kind of MIA. Here's one that has my cat that passed away. Here's one with the fish. I picked the weirdest thumbnails. Here's one that I did at a talking event that Dr. Ken Berry did at Matt's last year. I recorded that. I got to meet him. That was pretty cool. Then I've done a video about carrying a concealed weapon in a semi on this channel. And then a lot of this stuff is, things that make you go, things like that. I had a series going on that. Here's one. Here's one about Angry Snorelord. And then here's a video I did that Tex Crowley did for me, a lyric video for the band Apnea. And then some old dash can, and there is some old trucking stuff when I was at Transland. When I got that Kenworth, this was a trainee backing collection. I was helping them out. This one was interesting. It was super tight. That's O'Reilly's in there in Little Rock. And then this one mud hole, that was in Georgia, I believe. And then here's one of the band playing in the garage there. Let's see. And then Montana trucking. This is one of my favorite ones. You can see how desolate that was. And back in New Orleans, that's a favorite of mine on this channel. So, and then my first video I put out was 15 years ago. It was a live video of Apnea. There's two of those. And then a song, Chronic Infection. That's a cover song that my wife actually does the vocals on this one. And then my first vlog was officially 4109. So that was my first vlog, and you could see the young, unangry, untruckified Snorelord with barely a stubble. And what's my highest viewed video on here, I think, is probably this one. Nashville traffic jam and accident. And then here, caving in a truck. I'm the caveman, right? So there you go. So there's Maggots in Arkansas. There you go. That's a classic. Beer Run in Texas. That's a music video one. Oh, here's my most viewed video. 14 years ago, I did a video on the ELD system because we were one of the very few companies that were on it at that time. And that one's got 69,000 views on that video. And that's probably old, outdated. So if you want to see a relic of the past of the old ELD system, there you go. And then Going Home for Thanksgiving. This one's one of my favorites. It's another music video. And then here's one called Ice Road Landfill. So, and then there's another Apnea Live in Springfield kind of a deal. So, and as you can see, I progressed from trucking, and I started doing those music style vlogs on the main channel. And of course, obviously, I don't do them anymore because I'm not driving anymore. So, but thank you for the super chat, Rest Area Raccoon. Sterling with another. Tell us a Christmas story. I don't have a Christmas story, really. The story of the Christmas load. Thank you. Come on with it. Putting the channel out there. Gen Z, don't get Snorelord angry. You won't like him when he's angry. He turns all green and stuff. We will see more Keto Lord or Carnivore Lord content. Yes, Tracy. Here's the deal. I put up a post in the community post on this channel about maltodextrin and dextrose. So here's the interesting thing. They put a lot of maltodextrin in foods that you think are sugar-free. And, and diabetics should not be eating maltodextrin or any kind of dextrose whatsoever. And there's some things that are shady in the medical world right now, and that's something that I definitely want to talk about more, but it will be on the small channel. You need a big club if you're a caveman, and a helmet with horns if you're a Viking. I have neither. Well, I have a couple of baseball bats, but that's it. My club has 6 strings. There you go. Halloween costume idea for next year, maybe. People want me to dress up as a wizard because of the beard. So like the one dude from Lord of the Rings. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. thanks for all the support you guys given me this year. You've made this year a great year. Thank you to the members. Thank you for the super chats and the super thanks that I've gotten. And I am eternally grateful. You guys have made this YouTube thing pretty cool. I enjoy doing this, and I hope that my words help you out at times. And if I upset you, then sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes I can't control your emotions. So with that being said, strength for today, hope for tomorrow. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, go home. Go home to your family if you can. Peace.